Hello, VVW followers and Gut Patrol followers. Listen, when I tell people I'm vegan, one of the first things they say is, where do you get your protein? Where do you get your protein from if you're not eating meat? The truth of the matter is you can easily get enough protein, enough vegan protein, by eating foods like beans, soy, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, etc. Well, pinto beans are a good source of plant protein fiber and an antioxidant. Overall, they are a valuable addition to your diet. I have included a link below to a page that will give you a long list of high protein vegan foods that you can check out. So today I had the taste for some pinto beans, so I thought I would just let you tag along to see vegan pinto beans Valissa's way. And if you're from the South like I am, I know what you're thinking already. You're probably saying, Valissa, how are you going to cook good pinto beans without any side meat, fat bat meat, ham hock, etc.? Well, come on and let's see what we're working with. Hey guys, I hear a lot of people say, how do you cook pinto beans? How do you cook turnip salad without a piece of meat? Well, I have the taste for some pinto beans, and so it says ham beans because it has a ham flavor pack in here, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use something else, but I'm going to take my beans and get the ones out that are good and pick out any rocks or anything that's in the bag beans, because sometimes you may have that in the bag beans. And I'm going to soak them. What I probably will do is cook them on the stove for maybe about 30 minutes and drain that water off, and then put them on the stove again and drain that water off, because that gets the gas out of the beans. And then I'm going to use vegetable broth to start the process of cooking them. And I'll show you the different seasonings that I'm going to put in it. All right, this is the second batch of water. I've already boiled them one time and drained that, and boiled them a second time and drained that. So this is actually the third batch. So this has my vegetable broth in it. So for seasoning, I'm going to put chili powder, salt-free, onion and herb, pinto bean seasoning, dash, Mrs. Dash, curry powder, onion powder, garlic powder, parsley flakes, some shiitake mushrooms, fresh garlic, purple onions, a pack of soup mix. Now, again, the only place I've been able to find vegan soup mix is at Food Lion and Dollar General. Okay, so I'm going to put one pack of that in there, and I'm going to put some tomatoes. These are no salt added canned tomatoes, and I like to get the petite kind. I couldn't really find the petite kind like I normally get, but this will suffice. And I'll probably cut them up a little bit smaller because I like for the pinto bean flavor to stand out. This is just like a compliment. All these other things I'm adding are compliments, okay, so that you don't miss the meat. All right. And then to top it off, I'm going to add one pack of Splenda. You can use stevia, whatever you want, but I just like for my pinto beans to have a little bit of a sweet taste as well. A little bit, okay? So you can taste all the flavors. It just kind of makes everything else pop. And the last thing I'm going to put in it, you probably never thought to put in it, is some baby arugula. I'm going to chop it up really, really fine like my parsley, and I'll put that in there. Arugula is very, very good for cholesterol, for your arteries, and so many other things. So I'm going to put a little bit of organic baby arugula in there as well. All right, I put all my seasonings in, and of course my beans are boiling now. And people ask me, okay, how much of seasoning do you use? Well, I really don't measure. I mean, I just kind of like eye it. But if I had to say how much I put, if it's a pot this size, I start out with a teaspoon of everything, because what you see here has no sodium in it, so it's not going to affect anything. So I start out with a teaspoon, because I already have the soup pack in there, remember. And what I do is, after it's done, I taste it. If I need more of any seasoning, then I add more at that time. If it's a medium pot, start out with a half a teaspoon of everything. If it's a small pot, start out with a fourth of a teaspoon of everything. And then again, taste it. Do the taste test. The cook always taste, and determines whether you want to add more or not. All right. So I'm gonna let that simmer for a little while. Let the seasoning get in the beans a little bit more, and then I'm gonna add my onions because they take the longest to cook, and my garlic, fresh garlic. And yes, I did put fresh garlic and powdered garlic, because garlic is good to help lower your blood pressure. So I'm going to use those two, and then I'll add the tomatoes, and I'll let the arugula and the shiitake mushrooms be last. Now you can also add a little bit of brown rice. If you just kind of like a thick pinto bean, you can add just a little bit of brown rice, maybe about a fourth a cup based on this size pot, or a half a cup depending on how much you like rice or brown rice. But if you're watching your carbs, of course you don't want to do that, because the beans have enough carbs in them themselves. But that's just something extra you can add. Now I'm going to add some nutritional yeast, probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Okay, normally I would have just went ahead and put the rice in the pot, but I put it on the board so you can see about how much rice I'm using. It's about a fourth of a cup. All right, I'm gonna cover it, let it cook, and simmer on low until everything is done. All right, guys. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at there. Look at there. Look at there. Now, you can also add like green peppers. I just didn't have any. But normally I put green peppers and red and yellow and orange peppers in it too, just to give the the beans a nice taste, a nice flavor, because of course you don't have the ham in there. But you don't even miss the meat. I'm telling you, try this. You will not miss the meat. It is just, it's delicious. It is amazing. So, if you want to top it with some fried onions, or if you want to make you some cornbread, which is what I probably will make me some hoe cakes or something to go with it. But I'm telling you, this is good eating. This is good eating right here. So when I play, all right, y'all, my pinto beans are done. I'm gonna show you what they look like. I'm gonna put them in my favorite bowl. All right, there you have it, pinto beans. Vegan pinto beans, Valissa's way. All right, there you have it. God has created an amazing day, a great day for us, and He's allowing us to manage it. So manage it well.